This session of the conference also gives Professor D.D. Sharma's students an opportunity to speak uninterruptedly about their advisor. I invite Ms. Sharada to speak on behalf of the current group members of DD.
Good evening. We'll try to reveal some inside stories of the group about DD. It's really difficult to choose what to say, but on behalf of all the group members, I would like to narrate some incidents. So let's start with the first meeting, what we call the recruitment day. So just a few days ago, there were these interviews, and we had a student who wanted to join the group, and she was discussing with Didi that she wants to join the group. And it also happened to be the day that we blew off something in the lab, and all of us trooped into Didi's office to inform him about this. After a mild shouting, because there was somebody new in the office, we happened to hear Didi tell the new student that, you see, think very well before you join the group, because I'm a horrible guy, and I shout a lot. You can talk to all these students before you even decide to join, and then you can come back later. All this smiling and polite face that you see now, you'll see that it'll come out with canines and claws later. This is how DD advertises to the new students. DD's shoutings are probably famous. And one of the funny things about that is when we are getting these shoutings or scoldings in a group, somebody is in front of him, and all the others are, of course, trooped around him. So after some bit of shouting, he'll say, it doesn't mean that I'm shouting only at you, because I'm not looking at the others. I can't look at everybody and shout, so. But whoever is in the front will obviously feel the most intense of it, because I think there's a cos theta component there. And whoever joined the group either ignored that warning that Didi gave, or thought that we would brave that, and then joined the group. And we have all been enjoying the shoutings as well as all the fun that we have in the group. One of the very nice things is that Didi has taught us to think independently, given us the freedom to think and express our ideas. And so much so that when we don't do it, we also get shouting for that. He has taught us many times how to think about a problem. And it's often that we hear that Didi says that I can't give you solutions or answers to every problem. You should know how to think about it. And that's my job, to teach you how to think. One morning, Didi just came into the office, and there was a phone call for him. I wanted to discuss something with him, so I went to the office with him, and I had to wait. And Didi was shouting on the phone, and the person on the other end, I don't know who it was, but after a long call, Didi with a satisfactory smile said, now I'm happy and relieved. What a way to start the day. I wouldn't agree with that. I was only thankful I was not the other person on the other end. And most of the students would have opened up some or many parts of the instrument in the lab to find out what is wrong, to repair it, and probably even found solutions to it. Whenever this happens because Didi lets us handle the instruments and go ahead and think what the problem might be. And whenever we can't figure it out, of course, we go to Didi. And when Didi comes to the instrument, we all know that there is something new to learn. And we know that Didi is very thorough and very precise and likes us to be that way. So that's a problem. And there's no escape when Didi is traveling. Like everybody is mentioned, we know that there's a lot of travel. And most of us feel that our times are more hectic when Didi is outside than when he's in the office, because we'll have emails and emails in the US time zone, the European time zone, or other time zones, starting from asking data analysis to shoutings in the emails. These we call the shouting emails. And I think all students would agree that most of this shouting did us good and shaped us into what we are now. And apart from all this shouting, we have a lot of fun in lab. Like Kaloda mentioned, there's a lot of leg pulling between the students and also Didi. We have numerous parties, the most recent one being in Didi's house, where we all cooked and had a session of songs where Didi searched the lyrics for us and we sang songs. We have always enjoyed the care and affection from our ma'am, and it's always been like an extended family. Now, when one day I was working in the lab and I was a bit gloomy and I had not slept well the last night probably, and Didi entered the lab and he asked me, "What happened to you? What's wrong?" I said something like, "I have not slept well last night and I have to finish this and this and this by tonight," etc. So he's like, "Do you know what time I slept last night?" 3:30. "What time did you sleep?" 1:30. "Do you know my age?" And okay, I had no arguments there. And he said, "With all my back pain and all this traveling and jet lag, I have to work to keep you guys laughing and happy. And look at you, you're so young." This is very true. When somebody wished Didi Happy Teacher's Day, he said, "Thank you very much, but I'm always happy." This is true. I'm sure everybody has noticed this. Recently, a summer student who has joined the lab maybe 2 weeks back was in the lab when Didi left. After the usual inquiry for updates and what happened to the experiments that day, and some leg pulling and also some jokes, the baffled student was just watching what was happening. So he said, "This girl must have been thinking, what a crazy group I have joined. Don't worry, I'm the craziest of the lot and you'll find the others around. We keep enjoying, just get used to it." So that's what we do in lab, working and all other things. Now, before I close, I should also maybe warn you of something. All the photos that you have seen of Didi smiling, laughing, etc., is with his specs. And I think all students know that when he removes his specs, places it on the table, and then rubs his hands, does this, you know what's coming. The worst shouting in the lab. And before I close, I would like to assure Didi that, Didi has been telling us that you keep me shouting. That's the best thing for you, because if I don't shout, it means that I've given up on you. So I would like to assure Didi that we'll put all our efforts to keep you shouting at us, and wish you a very nice time ahead.
I announced that students could now speak uninterruptedly, but having heard just now, I think we better restrict, lest some bitter truth come out.